Alright guys, so part 2 of Dragon Ball Legends 7th year anniversary is officially just 10 days away, which is going to snap by pretty quick. It's just like a week and a half away. Now in today's video we are going to be speculating exactly which LF characters we will be seeing for part 2 of the anniversary, but I want you guys to comment down below which LF characters would you personally like to see. Now some of these speculations are going strictly off of what I think has been a few hints in this past week for Dragon Ball Legends, so I don't know anything. I'm not in ties with Dragon Ball Legends, obviously. Have I been right in the past? Yes, but also at the same time I have been wrong, so this is just speculation, okay? So let's not waste any time, let's just get into it. So the first speculation I want to talk about is powerful opponents. So we have been seeing some trends for powerful opponents, especially this past few weeks. First and foremost is this past Wednesday, we got 4 returning Ultra banners coming back. All of them which is powerful opponent, right? We got Ultra Majin Vegeta coming back, Ultra Rose, Ultra Golden Frieza, as well as Ultra Janemba. Now, all these, have one thing in common, which is, of course, powerful opponents. And the previous week before that, we ended up getting the free-to-play character, which was Jiren. Now, of course, this Jiren does tie into the Universe Rev campaign, which is part 1. But two things could be true at once. This character could, and I'm saying could, take this with a grain of salt, be hinting towards the next LF character as well, or LF characters. Of course, he holds 3 tags, which is, event exclusive because he's a free character, Universe Rep, as well as powerful opponent. So, a lot of powerful opponent trends going around. Now, once again, this could mean absolutely nothing. But there's a few powerful opponent characters which I do think is worthy of part 2. And speaking of part 2, really quick, I want to clear something up. Part 2 has been notoriously very unpredictable. Like part 1 for big celebrations are usually predictable, and part 3 are usually predictable, right? Because those are like the main tags or characters we typically always see, whether it be Fusion Warrior, and you guys get the point, right? So part 2 is typically unpredictable. For example, we ended up getting Ultimate Gohan and God Goku, which was very unpredictable, right? Like, God Goku may be a little bit more predictable, but Ultimate Gohan wasn't that predictable. And they're pretty good. Like, they were really good. I mean, just take a look at God Goku making his return. But Ultimate Gohan was better, arguably, at certain metas than the part 1 characters. So I'm very excited to see how good these characters are going to be. But speaking of powerful opponent characters, guys, there are 4 characters I would love to see. 3 in specific. 1 is more of a wild card. So the first one is going to be Corrupt Zamasu. Now, one thing I want to note is that I do think Corrupt Zamasu is more of a Black Friday Legends Festival character. So I think this might be coming out towards the end of 2025 for Black Friday. And of course, the Legends Festival 2025. So I think that has more of a chance because, Goku Black Friday, same thing with Zamasu in a way. But this is, like I said, more of a Black Friday character. But Corrupt Zamasu and Sword of Hope Trunks, both of these characters, guys, we've only seen 1 of these characters each, which is crazy. It's so crazy. For 7 years in Dragon Ball Legends, we've only seen 1 of these characters. I think it's extremely disrespectful is the word I'm looking for. Honestly, like the last time we saw these characters was the 3rd year anniversary. So it's been 4 years since we've seen one copy of these 2 characters, right? Of course, they both ended up getting their Zenkais and stuff like that. I get that, but still very, very disrespectful. And I love these characters too, so I would absolutely love to see a Corrupt Zamasu. But once again, I do think this is more of a Black Friday character Legends Festival. Now, last year we saw God Goku. This year, I would love to see a new Beerus. Now, Beerus has been extremely disrespected in Dragon Ball Legends, I think. So we've gotten a few Beeruses. Let me just show you guys really quick. We've gotten, like 5 Beeruses in total. 1 LF, which, by the way, the 1 LF Beerus wasn't originally an LF. They changed him into an LF in a big update a long time ago. And then, of course, you got a Zenkai. But Beerus has never really been the meta, like, for a strong amount of time. Maybe the green Beerus for, like, a few months back in the early days of Dragon Ball Legends. But that's it, right? That's it. Last year, we ended up getting that blue Beerus, which, wasn't that good, frankly. Honestly, has the 1% sparking. But hopefully, this year, we could get a brand new Beerus, whether it be this year, whether it be a Beerus tag Whis. That would be pretty cool, like a Beerus and Whis versus something else, maybe a, I don't know, I have no idea. Honestly, part 2 is just so unpredictable. That's what I've always said. Like, part 2s is what, like, it's between what a hype character would be and a regular monthly LF would be, right? So I think it's like that sweet spot of between extremely hype, like MEY Goku, and you guys get the point, like fusion characters, or like, you know, a finale fusion character. So part 2 is pretty unpredictable. Last year we got God Goku. Maybe this year we could get a Beerus, powerful opponent. Once again, that's the theme we're going off of here. The next team is Broly, whether it be DBZ or DBS Broly, right? Now, you know, we've got a ton of Brolys already, like a ton of Brolys. I wouldn't really mind a let's just say a transforming Broly versus a transforming Super Saiyan Gogeta. That would be pretty cool for part 2. You know, I'm still trying to think like what else powerful opponent characters we could see. Honestly, guys, it's narrowed down. I mean, there's a lot of movies we could talk about, Cooler and stuff like that, but I'll keep it real with you guys. There's not much else. Like, we could toss up Cell Max because we saw him in a summon animation, right? And of course, supposedly, quote unquote, Giant Battles is coming out for part 2 or for part 3 of the anniversary. We don't know how that's going to function. Ground Battle is going to be officially a thing, supposedly, but yeah, powerful opponent is the theme we're going off here. Now, something I would love to see is, and this is not specifically what I want to see, this is just an example, is Games Original. Now, I'm probably like the #1 Games Original Glazer for a multitude of reasons, okay? Number one, I think it's really cool. Just take a look at Sparky Zero on what they did with Gohan Black, right? That in itself is so badass, right? Or like Super Saiyan Namek Vegeta, for example. But what I think Games Original also does is a variety of things, right? It makes cool characters like this. This is just an example. What it also does is it brings freshness into the game. Like, how many times are we going to see a Broly? How many times are we going to see an MEY Goku? How many times are we going to see a Rose, right? Games Original really throws us off. So I do think it also extends the longevity of the game. And it exists, right? It's officially a tag that does exist. It's not like a made-up tag. It's officially a tag. Now, it's a tag that's been heavily neglected, whether it be Shallots, right? Has been neglected. He's Games Original. We ended up getting one Giblet, the free-to-play Giblet, which, by the way, was pretty cool, right? Because he has like a main ability where he goes dark mode, but still, you know, Goku and Bardock was the last summonable actual, you know, Games Original character. So hopefully they do make a comeback with that. Games Original, I think that's the thing I want to see the most. But in terms of 2 banners, like I said, if we get Broly, it'd be a versus a Super Saiyan Gogeta. If we get a Beerus, maybe a God Goku in the mix, a Super Saiyan God Goku from Battle of Gods, where he, like, you know, he gets mad, he gets stuck in the rocks, you know, that famous scene. And same thing here for if we get a Zamasu versus a Sword Hope Trunks, right? Once again, I do think this is more of a Black Friday character, but it's still very unpredictable, guys. But we have seen a few trains of powerful opponent. Like I said, like 4 Ultra banners coming out at once. All powerful opponents. Like, we don't see a Super Vegito in the mix. We don't see anything like difference. I mean, besides powerful opponent, what else do they have in common here? We see some, I don't know, we see some movies, but that's not all they have in common. The main theme here would be powerful opponent, right? But hey, guys, comment down below, what do you guys personally like to see for part 2? Once again, 10 days away, and there's still part 3 too, man. Part 3 could look something like this, like a tag Super Vegeta and Super Gogeta. Like, we don't know, right? We don't know, but Dragon Ball Legends did say that, you know, this anniversary will end up being one of the craziest anniversaries ever. So we're still waiting for that, obviously. A pretty solid part 1, I would say so, but, you know, with the new mechanics, ground battles, however that's going to function, we're still waiting to see. But guys, that is going to wrap it up. Comment down below your predictions. Once again, this is speculation. I don't know anything, but yeah, that's going to wrap it up, and I'll definitely catch you guys once again for another video a bit later. Catch you guys then. Have a blessed day. Peace.